All right, Ashton, a couple days away from the rink and return to practice today. But before we get into all the hockey stuff, just take me through what the holiday break was like for yourself. Must have been nice to get away from the rink for a couple days.
Yeah, it was good. Just recharge the battery a little bit and see some family and quality time with my kids and wife. So it was really good.
How nice can that be for you guys just after, the grind of a season already? It's only a couple months in, but it can take a toll on you guys, obviously. So how nice is it just to get a couple days away and sort of, like you said, recharge?
Yeah, I mean, it's, realistically, never do you get, multiple days off in a row. So take advantage of them. Obviously, guys, we're traveling some places to go home and whatnot, but it's always nice just to get to see your family. And a lot of guys, spend the majority of the season away from their family, so it's hard. So when you get that opportunity to go home and see them, spend time with them, but also just like you said, just take your mind off the game. It is such a long grind, and we're kind of back into it right away here, and we got like a month of grind before we get another break. So, but it's good that we got a break and like I said, recharge the battery and be ready to go.
Let's switch back to hockey now. Just the recent road trip. How do you think it went for the team?
Yeah, obviously the early game in Chicago was a little different one. Just I feel like sometimes the school games are a little easier when you're at home. Yeah. So that was a bit of a challenge, but no, I thought overall, again, we go on that road trip and we do a good job the last game in Iowa and give ourselves an opportunity to feel good about our game and where we're at as a team going into the break. And we got some work to do. Obviously, we're still having around 500, but the thing about our division is that everything's so tight. So win a couple games on a weekend like we're trying to do this weekend, and you can jump from out of the playoffs into the playoffs pretty quick. So.
What did you like about your team's pushback in that last game against Iowa? Because it was a very chippy affair in that second game. Lots of guys stepping up for each other. But what did you like about your team's battle in that third game to get a W to close out?
Yeah, it was good. Obviously we needed that. We needed that pushback. We needed to set the tone to go into the break, and like I said, to feel good about our game, because when you have a road trip like that to close out the first half or whatever you call it, to not pick up a win would have been tough. So just to have an opportunity to do that, and we did, and felt good about ourselves. And just again, it's kind of the thing we've been talking about a lot of this year, but the opportunity to bounce back in the second game, and we seem to do that on most occasions. So it's trying to find the first game, find that, and then carry it into the second one.
And then you hop right back into it with practice today, and then another big matchup with Texas tomorrow. What do you remember about Texas? Obviously, last time you were there, must have been nice to get that OT winner as well. But what do you remember about Texas and how they play?
Yeah, well, we kind of touched a little bit about Texas this morning. They're a high offense team. They were last year too. Just the way they play, obviously have some really skilled players, some guys that are at the top of the league in stats and stuff. So, I think for us, it's that grinding hockey, which I feel like in a lot of our second games in a back-to-back series, that's where we play kind of moose hockey, and it's that grinding down, heavy forecheck and just wear teams down, and that's kind of what you got to do when you play a high offense team like that. You got to limit their chances, slow them down as best as you can, not let them, come through the neutral zone with speed, but overall just play a solid, grinding hockey game that we know how to play.